Well, guys, Euro USD continues to chug to the upside and continues to, fortunately, make my trade look really, really good. I did share this trade publicly this week, and I'm not, again, trying to pat myself on the back or anything because, like I said in the last video, not all of my trades are like this. I'm not like some sort of guru that calls every single move in the market. I don't want to try and come across like that because low-key, they don't exist. And second of all, I think it portrays kind of a dangerous view of the markets. These are trades that I'm not in all the time. I fortunately called this out on my YouTube channel, and it just so happened to do even more than I had even hoped for it to do. I mentioned that as we end 2020, that the euro dollar is looking very strong and very likely to continue. I pointed that out 2 videos ago. I made another update video 2 days ago on the trade, and now I wanted to do another one because we've exploded even further. I want to talk about where I think euro dollar is headed. Is this the top? Are we reaching a topping point here on euro dollar? And is it time to take profit, or do we continue to let it run? Find out by staying tuned in this video. You might not be surprised if you stay, or if you've been watching the videos, you know that for me, it's let a good thing keep running. So there's no need to close out profits for me just yet. However, I have trailed in at this point 3R on my trade. Now, if you're not familiar with what I mean by 3R, I think the best way to explain it is to actually do it through a visual. So can I make this bigger? Yeah, I can. Okay, so check this out, guys. This is what I sent out to members today. Maybe I'll read a little bit of it just so you guys see. So I basically said I just trailed my stop up to 1.21088. So I locked in at this point 3 times my initial risk, which is a very good place to be in. This means that at this point, it's not a matter of if I make money or not. I can't lose money on this trade now. At this point, it is a matter of how much money is the market actually willing to give me. And this is where, I'm not going to lie, guys, this is where patience really, really matters. Because in my head, it's like, oh, take the profit. It's looking so good. But then it's like, well, if you took profit 2 days ago, I would have missed out on the rest of this fantastic run we're seeing on euro dollar. And retail is still vastly short on this thing based on the tools that we've got over on the website. You can go to a1trading.com and go to the A1 Trading dashboard. You'll see retail sentiment. Maybe I'll pull it up here in a minute. But the idea here is, for the most part, we've locked in 3 times the initial risk on the trade. I basically mentioned that I had trailed my stop up, and here's what I mean by locked in 3R. So my initial stop is here. You can see there's the entry. I detailed that in the video, so I won't repeat that too much. Very clearly, we broke through resistance. We retested that same resistance. I wanted to get long. Retail was heavily short, so I wanted to be against that. So I considered this move likely to be a fake move to the downside, or not a fake, but a short-lived downside move. And that's where I got long here on euro dollar. And since then, we have been pushing hard against retailers who are heavily short, like I mentioned, and I've just been riding that wave. And that's not to be mean, and if you happen to have a short position on euro dollar, I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything like that. Unfortunately, not all trades can be wins, and even if you're pretty good at reversals, sometimes reversals don't work. Sometimes trend following doesn't work. So I'm not here telling you that you're stupid if you're short on euro dollar. I'm just telling you that for my trading, for my trend following concepts, it's time to be long on this thing, and this is just all the right signals for a good long position. So I entered long here on the retest. I put my stop below structure here, right? You can see we've got some structure, we've got some consolidation, and underneath this previous resistance. I really didn't want to see price keep going lower, otherwise I was just going to bail. So that was my initial stop, but then I started to trail this stop as we have come along, and at this point this morning, we just close enough came to the 4-hour point here. I'm going to be away from the computer for a little bit doing some work stuff. But other than that, I wanted to trail my stop and lock in some amount of profit. At this point, locking in 3 times my initial risk. Because again, let's say I risked, for example, $1,000 on the downside. That'd be 1,000 locked in, 2,000 locked in, and at this point, 3,000 locked in on the trade. If price keeps going, I will continue to lock in more profit. And if it closes out, then it closes out, and I'll just walk away and say, hey, man, this was a great week, and now we're all done. So that is what it is. Let's see what else we can get ourselves into. Let's go back to the trading view here, and we'll see what's going on with this currency pair from here. Now, the big thing here that I want to mention is we got to go look at the daily chart because there's nothing stopping this thing short term. Now, if you remember, if you're like an avid watcher of my channel, then you know I do the Sunday specials, and I do Sunday specials where I basically talk about the markets every Sunday, talk about ideas. And I've been calling for this exact setup for so many weeks. I've been waiting for euro dollar to break that 1.2 mark above all of this resistance in order to get long. Now that it's happening, I am not going to be keen on letting this thing go until it really shows me some sort of weakness. And again, like I said, that's just me trailing my stop and locking it in. I also had mentioned that, if price was to break lower, and that might be another thing to consider, but that's not what happened. We saw the break to the upside very, very strongly there. And fortunately, we're able to catch some of that move. So again, where does it go from here? Well, it's very possible that we do see a pullback. A lot of times when you get these long runs, they are followed by some sort of pullback. So I don't find it unlikely or a crazy idea to think that, my trade here where I entered on the pullback and we've run, it could very well pull back, and that would stop me out for a profit. That is what could happen. That's not what I'm saying is going to happen. A lot of times people say, oh, well, Nick, you should have just taken profit because now you missed out on profit by letting your trailing stop get hit. And I've heard that so many times, and I'm not like trying to bash people who say that, but what I'm saying is I hear that, but I don't care because not to be mean, but that my plan calls for me to let it run as long as it wants to run. So I'm not going to worry about getting every cent of profit out of the move. I'm going to worry about getting the majority of the move. If you see, I could have taken profit. This was my initial stop. At this point, actually, I think that's not my initial stop. I messed that up. This is off. I was about to say, that would be crazy if we were at like 10 to 1. That was not my initial stop, but I did move my stop, so I messed it up on the graph here. Sorry. Anyways, so price moved in my favor. I think at this point it's roughly locked in at 3R, and so I believe my stop was right around underneath this structure somewhere. We can go back to the numbers if we had to. I can't remember exactly, but I believe it was underneath structure there. Anyways, my idea here is that as the trade continues to run, there is just no need for me to close out a profit that is running well until it shows me signs of reversal. And that's the thing I think a lot of people get caught up on is they say, oh, well, Nick, it's got green bars. It can't keep going. It's like too much. The profit is there. Take it while it's there. And that is a really, really dangerous issue for a lot of traders. And I know that because I've made those mistakes in the past. I know what it's like to feel that FOMO or that feeling of, I don't want to miss out. I don't want to lose this profit. I finally got some profit on my account. Don't let me lose it, right? It's a dangerous thought because the reality is the real money to be made in markets, at least in my experience, is from giant trends. Let me show you guys one more example. This is Tesla stock. This is my best trade of all time. No questions asked. I own Tesla at $99 a share right now, and it is currently trading at about 600. I bought it back here in March. I bought Tesla. I bought I want to say about $10,000 to $12,000, which is now trading roughly about $50,000 worth of stock, something like that. I own it in 2 different accounts. I'm a big Tesla bull. And the point here with me showing you this is not to just flex. The point is, this is what happens when you catch a trade and you just let it do its thing until it shows signs of not doing its thing anymore. And for me on Tesla, best trade of my life because I bought into a market that was going down, showed signs of reversal here. I bought it right around here. You can see I didn't catch the very bottom. I caught on the way back up. We saw higher low, and that's where I got in. That's the basics. But the idea here is that I caught onto this trade and I just held it and I let a good thing work for me. And I think so many people in trading, they get caught up because they're like, as soon as something goes well, they snuff it. They stop the good and they let the bad become giant. Imagine if you flipped the script. Imagine if you went short on Tesla. And then this is a sore subject because a lot of people out there have gone short on Tesla and lost a lot of money. And I'm not picking on those people, but imagine if you held on to a short and this market quadrupled. If your shorts are down by like 400%, you're having a tough day. And the thing is, that's the problem with holding on to a loser is a loser can become a really big problem. And if you flip that script around, guys, a really big winner can be a really good thing for your trading. That is the secret, if you want to call it that most traders will never really build the discipline to execute on. Because most traders, as soon as profit goes their way, they close out the position, and they get frustrated when they're trying to catch a trend in here and they're getting chopped out and they're losing. But the ones that are diligent and disciplined enough that stick around for the good moves, risk small, and are controlled in their trading, those are the only people I know that make good money. That and some reversal traders can make money. I'm not saying reversals are not good, and you can definitely catch good moves there. But again, it comes down to things like risk management and mostly discipline that really do make the difference between the successful traders and the people who get frustrated and quit because it's not making them that Lambo money that quickly. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hey, join us in the community if you like what I talk about, if you want to talk more with other traders who are like-minded, down-to-earth, real traders. We're not that, lifestyle fake stuff on the internet. We're all about real trading, real investing, getting serious about this stuff. Join us in the community. There is a link in the description. My staff and I work very hard to make the best community for traders, and we'd love to see you in there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and happy trading.